Hello, wonderful Love Church family. Got some great news for you. We're reopening Love Church on Sunday, July 5th, and we're both excited and encouraged. Although COVID-19 has tested many, including Lady Kim and myself, we have discovered that it is absolutely no match for our God. As leaders in the body of Christ, we must stand strong in faith. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 5 tells us that our faith should not rest in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. In May of this year, Newsweek published an article stating that Illinois is the only state in our union to meet all federal criteria for reopening. And actually, Governor J.B. Pritzker announced on Friday, June 26, that the state of Illinois is moving to phase 4 of reopening our great state. Now, although the state of Illinois is in phase 4, we're going to reopen Love Church at phase 1. And our reopening of phase 1 was going to range between the months of July and September. Now, as our local, state, and federal governments publish updated safety protocols, we're going to move to our next phase and or relax certain requirements as we deem appropriate. We're not going to hesitate at all to adjust our phased timelines as they are needed. Now, based on state, federal, and CDC guidelines, we have created a Love Church strategic reopening plan that outlines many of the guidelines, and I would like to share with you a few of those guidelines, including protocols that we have put in place. During the first phase, we will limit our seating capacity to between 60 and 80 individuals. Our members will be required to make a reservation to attend the services and will be provided a specific date and time in which their reservations are due weekly. In addition, all members will be required to wear a face mask when entering the facility, during our worship service, and exiting the facilities. Speaking of our worship services, they're going to start beginning with prayer at 7:45 a.m. when the doors open for individual prayer. Corporate prayer is going to begin at 8 a.m. And then we're just going to offer one worship service that will start promptly at 8:30 a.m. on Sundays for now. Now, our worship services will be continued to be streamed on YouTube, our website, and Facebook Live. Our live stream services will be moved, however, to 10:30 a.m. We're thankful for God for allowing us to keep our online presence, which means if you're not quite ready to return to our live services, that's quite okay. We realize that this is a very personal decision and must be handled with prayer and your comfort level. So we're going to encourage you to continue to enjoy our live stream. In preparation for our great return, we're going to do the following. We are adhering to the capacity guidelines established by the state of Illinois and the CDC, which means and explains why we're only limiting our seating to 60 to 80 individuals. We have created a Love Church reopening task force who is being trained and will perform the tasks associated with the strategic plan and the guidelines in order to keep our house of worship clean and safe. Our task force will be rotated weekly to make sure that they remain fresh. We have established a health watch team who will actively observe our congregants to identify anyone who may be exhibiting COVID symptoms. Again, your safety is in our mind and our top priority. We've taken our worship center through a deep cleaning process, which means we have shampooed the carpets, we have sanitized the chairs, we've thoroughly cleaned the restrooms, the doorknobs, the light switches, the microphones. We've cleaned everything up in here. Our cleaning team has established a weekly regimen for cleaning and sanitizing to help ensure that our sanctuary and our church facility remains thoroughly clean and sanitized. We have installed prevention supplies throughout the facility, such as soap, hand sanitizer, tissues, trash baskets, and disposable face masks. We have reorganized our seating in the sanctuary to ensure proper physical distancing remains at 6 feet. Now, our downstairs area of the church will not be in use and will be blocked off during this phase 1, which means we will not offer in phase 1 any ministry for children or teens here on campus. But I want to assure you that as we move along in our phased reopening plan, those ministries will be added. I also would like for you to note that during our phase 1 reopening plan, we're only allowing minors who are above the age of 12 to worship with us during our live services. Both our children's and teen ministries are developing an online ministry alternative as we speak for our children and teens. There will be plenty of signage posted to communicate everyday preventative measures on how to stop the spread of COVID-19. These signs will be posted at our entrances and restrooms and gathering places here on campus. During our offering time, we will continue with the established electronic giving platforms such as Givelify, PayPal, and our website. If you're giving in person, congregants will be asked to give offerings and tithes in the designated area within the worship center. In addition to all of this, my great family, we have also set up a COVID-19 canopy outside to provide COVID-19 prevention supplies at the church, such as soap, hand sanitizers, tissues, trash baskets, and disposable face masks, just in case someone needs them at any point during our worship service. We've also established a health watch team who will actively observe congregants to identify anyone who may be exhibiting COVID-19 symptoms. Finally, we're going to ask everyone to observe the physical distancing protocols, from our leadership team to our rank and file members, everybody to observe these protocols. Extremely important, which means there will not be any physical contact at any point before, during, or after our worship services. In closing, here's what I'm going to need you to do. Number one, please stay informed. Continue to read all of our information that we will send via text message, email, or social media. We realize that communication is crucial during this time, and we're going to continue to use our most effective means to get all of the information to you. You might want to check out that weekly newsletter as well. Number two, please pray. Pray with those of us who are returning back to physical worship, and also pray and ask God, what should you do about returning or remaining home for a season? Again, we understand that some of you may feel comfortable remaining at home during this time, and that's 100% okay. If this describes you, please know that we love you and we support you, and we're going to welcome you to continue joining us online. We can assist you in any way while you're remaining at home for this season. Please email us at love@lovechurchstl.com. Thank you so much, and it is an honor to serve as your pastor during this season, and I look forward to seeing all of you July 5th, whether online or right here at the worship service, July 5th at 8:30. And you know what I always say, keep fighting the good fight of faith.